There's a Bertolt Brecht quote in which he suggests art should not be a mirror held up to reflect reality, but a hammer with which to shape it. While art's reflective qualities, its ability to hold up and expose truths, gives it the power to educate and enlighten, the art world has a responsibility beyond that to actively transcend norms and transform societies through work and action that challenges the tenets of power through subversion and civil disobedience.
Through our education, we cultivate and develop ourselves to carry the skills and value we have learned to make the city a better and more creative place.
Why do I immediately feel sheepish suggesting that and question my own assertion? Because the Calgary of today, saturated in a malaise perpetuated by overwork, paralyzing debt, and the banality of consumption, vilifies protest and the very act of questioning assumptions about what life here really means and what we should aspire to.
So I wanted to, for myself and my peers, and to sort of like make an exit from art school, I wanted to put on a show that really united all the people who are working here and who chose to make this their home in spite of the sort of lack of support and lack of attention.
Through relentless and pointed marketing by government, business, and media, we are being told nothing is rotten, there is nothing to resist, and if you do raise a voice about anything, the schoolyard bully tactic of ridicule is quickly employed.
I have the privilege of working with the International Avenue Business Revitalization Zone, and we manage a empty space. Was empty for 5 years now. It's called Art Box on 17E.
Artists must take a lead in social and political activism, re-inject arts into all levels of education, assert themselves in government, flood public spaces and venues of discourse. If we are still asking the question of our citizens, does art matter, we are pathetically lost. That question was answered 30,000 years ago on the cave walls of Lascaux and has been reaffirmed in every civilization since. Artists need to reawaken a lobotomized citizenry and work with non-artist Calgarians who are culturally aware and socially progressive in facilitating real change.
What does it mean when you bring such a locally focused exhibition and talk about it in terms of nationalism? And I think the history of Canadian art has been plagued by a certain insecurity of national identity. I mean, that gave rise to the Group of Seven onwards.
We are reliant on the courage and forward thinking of the non-artist community and must join their causes, offer our skills, accept their advice, put ourselves like them in the crosshairs of criticism and name-calling, and share in their sense of urgency.